Are you somebody that's looking for a safe, family-friendly community with good schools, contemporary home layouts, and neighborhoods where you can feel secure and letting your kids go out and play? Well, then certainly South Lyon is on your radar. But like most communities, South Lyon's not without its drawbacks. So in this video, we're going to cover all the pros and cons that you need to know before making a decision about whether or not South Lyon's for you. Now, when we talk about South Lyon, we're really talking about the city of South Lyon. We're talking about Lyon Township, but I like to include the other areas that make up the school districts, which is part of Green Oaks Township, part of Salem Township, and even a little sliver of Novi make up South Lyon Community Schools. Because that is probably one of the biggest draws to why people come here is the academics and the quality of the school system. The school system's made up of 2 high schools, 2 middle schools, and 8 elementary schools. Now, if you prefer the public, or rather the private school route, there are quite a few good schools in the area. A lot of elementary age children go to Our Lady of Victory, which is actually in Northville, so a neighboring community. And the high schoolers, we got Catholic Central, that's just a stone's throw away, as well as St. Catherine's. GreatSchools.org gives South Lyon High School an 8 out of 10 rating. And where I'm at here currently at South Lyon East, a 9 out of 10 rating. And both high schools offer a wide variety of athletics, as well as plenty of other extracurricular activities like robotics, choir, drama, science olympiad, you name it. Now, admittedly, 8 and 9 out of 10 are pretty good, but the neighboring communities of Novi and Northville are both ranked 10 out of 10s by GreatSchools.org. The trade-off is that South Lyon is more affordable than those other communities. And to be honest with you, given enough time, I think that South Lyon will match or exceed those other school districts because the growth that the area is experiencing supplies a larger tax base and ultimately more funding for schools. The growth of South Lyon is certainly one of the major pros to the area right now. The amount of demand that the area is facing ultimately is resulting in several new developments going in every year in South Lyon. And while you can find a wide variety of price points and different housing options, you'll find a plethora of 3 to 4 bedroom homes that are very family friendly, with open layouts, with large kitchens that spill right into great room type deals, with things like home offices and primary suites, 3-car attached garages, things of that nature that a lot of people find desirable. Now, growth doesn't come without challenges, right? So, one of the things that you'll have to consider, South Lyon is slightly less affordable than most of Metro Detroit, right? Now, there's certainly areas that are more expensive, but like the neighborhood that I'm in right now, you're probably looking at $800,000 to $900,000 just to get in the neighborhood, right? We're not talking about upgrades, things like that. Now, there are cheaper communities, certainly, but the more that the development goes on, it does seem like the starting prices are getting higher and higher. The other thing that the area is really struggling with is infrastructure. Now, there's not too many thoroughfares in and out of the community. And so the ones that we experience right now are steadily increasing in terms of traffic congestion. Now, I'd hardly consider our traffic to be even remotely the same as some other parts of the country, but it is something that's at least worth noting as a potential con. On the flip side, you could definitely consider South Lyon to be pretty centrally located in terms of Metro Detroit. You're about 45 minutes from Flint, 45 minutes from Detroit. You're about an hour east of Lansing and only 30 minutes from Ann Arbor. Likewise, I like that you have 2 options in terms of airports. You're about 40 minutes from DTW and 40 minutes from Flint Bishop. So depending on where your end destination is, you have a lot of options there. The drawback is that you're not exactly close to anything. So if you're somebody that's got to report to the office 5 days a week and you work in Detroit, it might not be the spot for you. What it is a great spot for is those couples that maybe have somebody going in the direction of Flint and somebody going in the direction of Detroit or Lansing and Ann Arbor, things like that. Then it's a great, nice, neutral location. But ultimately, we're not nestled up against anything in particular. really, there's no public transportation to speak of. There's no bus system, there's no train system. And so that'll definitely be a limitation if you're not used to that from where you're coming from. And it's really difficult to get an Uber and a Lyft. It's virtually impossible to get those. So you will be dependent on your own vehicle. All right, finally, let's talk about lifestyle here in South Lyon. What can you expect if you made a move to this area in terms of parks, shopping, dining, all that good stuff? And what I really love about the area is how easy it is to have an active lifestyle. So right now I'm in McCaddy Park. It's the biggest park within South Lyon, city of South Lyon. But within South Lyon and neighboring South Lyon, you have the Huron Valley Trails, which is for bikers, cyclists, runners, things like that. You also have Kensington Metro Park. You have Island Lake State Park. You also have Mayberry State Park, all super close to South Lyon here. So if you like an active lifestyle, where you can enjoy a little bit of nature and enjoy some trails, both paved and wooded trails, do a little fishing. There's lakes at Kensington Metro Park. So there's a lot of things to offer in the community here nearby that'll keep you out and about and active. In terms of shopping and dining and entertainment, other things that are definitely important to people, you're gonna struggle in that department. So there's obviously your necessities. You have your grocery stores, your things like that. But when it comes to shopping and dining, there's no big malls, there's no shopping centers. You know, you have your Walmart and your Lowe's, and you're certainly able to take care of necessities, like I mentioned. But when it comes to, you know, a little bit of variety, that's what's lacking. There's no Trader Joe's, there's no Whole Foods, there's no Macy's, things like that, right? So what a lot of people end up doing is venturing out to neighboring cities. So to our west is Brighton. They have a lot of shopping, a lot of dining, and the same with Novi, who's got a lot of shopping and dining, because, you know, there's really probably 4 or 5 restaurants that are worth noting here within South Lyon. But if you're looking for a vast variety, then those two communities are going to give you much more options. And, you know, there's also Milford Village, which is just up the road too. So that'll give you a few more options. Ultimately, I think it's going to come down to, what do you prioritize, right? So if you're looking for good schools, if you want family-friendly neighborhoods where your kids can go out and play and feel safe, then South Lyon's definitely the spot for you. But if you're looking for more walkability, you want more of a downtowny feel, or at least close to more metro areas, it might not be a fit for you. But ultimately, there's a reason why the area is experiencing the growth that it is. It offers a lot to its community here, and people get over the fact that they need to go a little bit of a ways to have some more entertainment options, some more shopping options, and more dining options. And so really hope that you guys found value in this video here. If you did, please, please, please leave a like. Make sure that you subscribe. It really helps us be able to push more neighborhood content like this out. And so please, you know, give us your feedback. Let us know what you think, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have about South Lyon, or frankly, any of the neighboring communities. So I'm Ryan with Michigan Living, and we'll catch you on the next one.